This is a question that has kept many of us awake at night, wondering if we are truly alone in this vast expanse or if there's more out there waiting to be discovered. The answer might surprise you. Welcome back, everyone. Here, we try to answer the great questions of the universe, like do black holes really suck? Or are we living in a simulation? Today, though, we're going to ponder a different cosmic query, one that delves into the very fabric of our existence. Does the universe have boundaries or does it stretch infinitely in all directions? We often find ourselves contemplating the immensity of space and time, pondering about the endless expanse that lies beyond our planet. But what if there was something beyond the stars, something beyond the galaxies, a true edge of everything? Let's start by considering the size of the universe. According to NASA, the observable universe, that portion we can see, has a radius of about 46.5 billion light-years. This means that the farthest we can currently peer into space is at least 93 billion light-years away. That's a pretty big space. And considering the estimated age of the universe at 13.8 billion years old, it seems almost incomprehensibly large. But here's where things get really mind-boggling. Scientists believe that the actual universe extends far beyond what we can observe. Just because we haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It's like being in the middle of a forest and claiming that the trees stop abruptly at your location. You've only explored your immediate surroundings and haven't seen any further. So you conclude that the woods must end right where you are. Of course, this is absurd because the forest could theoretically extend infinitely or at least much farther than you've explored. So how do scientists grapple with this question of infinite or finite? Well, let's explore two potential scenarios. First, let's imagine that the universe is indeed infinite. In this case, there would be no boundaries. Space would continue indefinitely in all directions without any edges or borders. Now, this might sound counterintuitive, but an infinite universe doesn't necessarily imply a never-ending void of emptiness. In fact, according to the Big Bang theory, the universe began with a high-density, hot state. And even if it's expanding, there could still be matter distributed throughout the infinite space. This means that even in an infinite universe, we wouldn't necessarily be alone. There could be countless stars, galaxies, and potentially even other civilizations scattered throughout the never-ending expanse. But what about the second scenario? What if the universe is finite? In this case, space would be like the surface of a sphere. No matter which direction you travel, you'll eventually arrive back at your starting point. If you were to walk straight ahead, you'd eventually find yourself walking backwards again. Sounds crazy, but it's a logical conclusion if the universe has a limited size. This finite universe model raises some intriguing possibilities. If the universe is like a closed loop, then every beginning has a corresponding end. Every action would have a reaction. Cause and effect might operate on a grander scale, linking events that we currently consider unrelated. It's just important to note that neither of these scenarios rules out the possibility of the universe being both infinite and eternal. In this view, the universe has no boundaries and time has no end. We could be continuously creating new stars and galaxies forever into the future. But here's where things get really mind-bending. How could we ever know if the universe is infinite or finite? Can we actually test this idea? Well, not directly. It's just impossible for us to travel to the edge of the universe to see if it ends or keeps going. Even if we could somehow travel faster than the speed of light, which is not possible, according to Einstein's theories, it would take an infinite amount of time to reach the edge of an infinitely expanding universe. And we only have a finite amount of time. So how do scientists tackle this seemingly intractable problem? They turn to mathematics. One approach involves the study of light cones. A light cone is a geometric construct used in physics to represent the path of light through space-time. It's helpful because it allows us to visualize the relationship between space and time. If you could plot your position in space-time, the points representing everything you could possibly see would form a cone-shaped region known as your light cone. Anything inside your light cone is within the region of space-time that you can influence. Everything outside the cone is beyond your reach. Now let's consider the hypothetical situation where we're inside an infinitely large light cone. This represents the part of the universe we could potentially observe. If the universe were infinite, our light cone would also be infinite. However, if the universe were finite, our light cone would eventually hit the boundary, meaning there would be a point where we could no longer see beyond the edge of the universe. Mathematicians have developed sophisticated equations that describe these light cones and their behavior under different conditions. By studying these equations, they can draw inferences about the shape and size of the universe. Another fascinating aspect of this discussion is the concept of parallel universes. If the universe is indeed infinite, there could be other universes existing alongside our own, each with its unique set of physical laws and constants. This idea is often depicted in science fiction where characters travel through wormholes or alternate dimensions to access different realities. While this might seem like a far-fetched fantasy, it's actually a serious area of research in theoretical physics. Some physicists believe that the existence of multiple universes could help solve some of the biggest mysteries of modern physics, such as the nature of dark energy or the inconsistencies between general relativity and quantum mechanics. However, the multiverse concept is highly speculative and controversial, and there's currently no direct evidence to support its existence. In the end, our quest to understand the nature of the universe and our place within it drives us to explore even the most abstract and seemingly impossible concepts. Whether the universe has boundaries or stretches infinitely in all directions remains an open question. But as long as we continue to explore the cosmos and push the boundaries of our knowledge, we may one day find the answers that we seek. So what do you think? Does the universe have boundaries or does it stretch infinitely in all directions? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos where we explore the greatest mysteries of the universe. Here's another video from us that we think you'll love. It's Does God Play Dice? And Who Are the Multiverse? Hit the subscribe button now to join the family. Until next time, keep looking up.